Hey guys, Tony Michaels from the Sports Pick Portal is back for Week 13. I went 7-7 in Week 12. A few games. I jumped on the 49ers late just because I seen that a lot of the players were playing for the 49ers, but I did give out the Packers, so I do apologize for that. So I will take the loss, and it puts me to 7-7 instead of 8-6. But let's look into Week 13 here. We got 3 Thursday Thanksgiving games. The first one's the Chicago Bears at the Detroit Lions. Stafford's not going to play here, guys. And the Bears are nothing pretty. And we know that the Lions usually play well on Thanksgiving games, but I just can't take them with this quarterback. He looks terrible. Pretty much worse than Trubisky looks. But I'm not going to take the 2.5 points here, minus. So what I'm going to do is take the money line here and take the Chicago Bears. It's not going to be a big play for me, but it's something just to keep my interest, and I do think the Bears will win. So Bears minus 130. Here's one of my top plays of the week. There's several of them this week, so make sure you guys pay attention. You could make a lot of money this one. The Buffalo Bills at the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys minus 6.5 opened up at. I already locked it in at 6.5. I see it moving to 7. Look, the Dallas Cowboys at home, especially on Thanksgiving, they're usually a 30 to 35 point team. The Buffalo Bills, not as good as the record shows. They beat a lot of weak teams, nothing very impressive. They hung with the New England Patriots in terrible weather, and they still lost. So that being said, I think this is an overmatch here, matchup, and I do think that the Dallas Cowboys will win this game by 10 points or more as one of my top plays of the week. The New Orleans Saints minus 7 at the Atlanta Falcons. Look, Atlanta just beat them in New Orleans. I'm going to stick with that. They're in Atlanta this time. Atlanta had the game that they needed to get out of the way with a loss. They've been playing, unbelievably lately. I do think they're going to hang. This is going to be a primetime game. Everybody's going to have their tummies full from the turkey. It's going to be an enjoying game. And anytime I say that, you always take a +7, especially at teams at home and they're doing well. I'm all over Atlanta Falcons +7. We're going to go to Sunday. December 1st, one of the first games on the card here I got are the Washington Redskins at the Carolina Panthers. Washington is playing for nothing. Carolina is playing for their life. Not a bad team, usually plays well, especially at home. 10 points is a lot, and I don't like to do it, but I will take the Carolina Panthers to beat a Washington Redskins team that just doesn't know what direction to go right now. They did get a key win last week against a poor team. So let's not even look at last week. Let's focus on this week. Carolina Panthers should win by more than 10. The New York Jets at the Cincinnati Bengals. New York Jets minus 3.5. I think Cincinnati had this game circled on their calendar. They don't want to be an 0-16 team. 3.5, close game. Forget about what the Jets did last week. That's a fluke. Darnold does heat up as the games progress here, just like he did last year. But I think Cincinnati's going to get this game, get the victory, get the loss, get out of the loss column there. I like Cincinnati. Not a top play for me, but the Bengals +3.5. Tennessee Titans at the Indianapolis Colts. Indianapolis minus 2.5. Another strong play for me. I think that this is a lopsided game. I do think that the Colts will control this game. Tennessee blew up last week. Usually they follow it up with a poor game, especially on the road. The Colts should win this game fairly easy. I don't care who's injured here. I just like this matchup for the Colts. Minus 2.5, not for me. I'm going to go minus 130 and the Indianapolis Colts. San Francisco 49ers at the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore Ravens minus 6. Whew, these are two hot teams. Both of my teams that I really like here. They're doing good. This was a Super Bowl not too many years ago. I picked it. I'm picking the Super Bowl again this year. Hopefully that the 49ers will be on the winning side. Anytime you got a team that lost one game and in overtime and should be undefeated, and they're getting 6 points. I don't care who they're playing. This is the best defense to me. I know that there's a New England team out there that's pretty damn good. Baltimore's offense is at the top, so it's going to be an offense versus defense game. I do think the 49ers could score on the Baltimore Ravens, so I'm going to take the 49ers at the +6. I like this a lot. Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville -1. Wow. Tampa Bay has been putting up a lot of points, guys, and they get a lot of turnovers, but I like a team that gives their team more chances to win. I do like that. I just think that there's going to be another turnover situation here for them, and I do think that the Jacksonville Jaguars at home finally going to get a victory. I like Jacksonville. I'm not going to go with the -1. You know me. I'll go with -115, 120. Philadelphia Eagles at the Miami Dolphins. Philadelphia -9. This is a game that Philadelphia has to win. This is a statement game. So in a statement game in Miami, I do think that the Philadelphia Eagles will cover this spread. I'm liking Fitzmagic and what he's doing, but Philadelphia is too good of a team. They have some key injuries. They're starting to get healthy. They're looking good on offense. They're looking good on defense. I just think that the last game, they had a lot of turnovers there, but they were looking okay. It's just that they made mistakes. Less mistakes here, guaranteed victory. I'll take a -9. Green Bay Packers -6.5 at the New York Giants. I like Green Bay a lot here, -6.5. I would try to lock it in if you can. The Giants just can't win. They're not looking too good, and when their key player, Barkley, isn't looking too good, this team has no chance of winning. The Packers have to come up with a statement game, just like the Eagles do, and the Packers, getting embarrassed on primetime football. They will come back with this, and Rodgers will be just fine. This defense is nowhere what the 49er defense is, so Green Bay in a rout, -6.5. Cleveland Browns, -1.5 at Pittsburgh Steelers. I do like Cleveland Browns, and I stress this, and I think that, they're going to make the playoffs. I just don't think they're going to win this game. In Pittsburgh, it's a totally different animal. We've seen that many a times. Pittsburgh's beaten some great teams at home, and they're not too good themselves this year, but they're going to keep themselves in it, and I like the Pittsburgh Steelers scoring a defensive touchdown to win the game. Pittsburgh, +1.5. The LA Rams at the Arizona Cardinals. LA Rams -3. I don't know how they could be, a favorite to anybody. The Cardinals coming off a bye. I do like the Cardinals here. This could be a bounce back game. Watch out. It could be a trick game, trap game, whatever you guys call it. A lot of people are going to be on the Cardinals here. The Rams could get the job done. I just can't take it. It's not a game that I'm going to play, but it's a game I'm going to pick for you. The Cardinals +3. Oakland Raiders +10 at the Kansas City Chiefs. Tough game. I like the division rivalry. I like that Oakland only scored 3 points or whatever it was last week. I like all of this because they're not going to do that this week. Kansas City Chiefs defense is mediocre at best, but at home they're different animal. Chiefs are going to come out firing. Gruden's going to have an answer. I do think the Chiefs win this game, but 10 points is just way too much for me, especially for a team that's been banged up lately, offensive, defensively. I like the Oakland Raiders +10. LA Chargers -2.5 at the Denver Broncos. What did I pick here early in the contest? I had the Broncos +3. So I actually had them at +3 before these lines came out. And it's pretty close to that. So, I'm going to stick with my gut feeling. And I think the Broncos get the job done here. They're at home. They're always a way better defensive team at home. The Chargers find ways to lose, especially when they're favorite. And they're favorite here. So I'm going to take the Denver Broncos. I do think that this will go up to 3. New England Patriots at the Houston Texans. New England -3 points. I would love to see New England lose. Yeah, I'm one of those New England haters. But they're not going to lose this game. They're probably not going to lose any game the rest of the season. They need to focus on that one seed, and if they lose one game, and if Baltimore wins out, then they're going to be the 2 seed, and they don't want that. They don't want to be playing in Baltimore, trust me, because they won't win that game. But if they're in New England for that playoff game, they have a great chance of winning. So they're treating every game like a playoff game, like they should this time of season. Bill Belichick just said no days off, so they're working through Thanksgiving. That tells me that the Patriots are going to be ready, and this is a top play for me. New England -3 on the Sunday night. We're going to go to Monday. Minnesota Vikings at the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle -3. I do think that Seattle's a lot stronger team than Minnesota. Minnesota's been playing well. Not that the way they should be playing. They got the running game going here. Seattle's going to have the running game going here. I do think there'll be a breakout here. And I do think it's going to go Seattle's way. I do think they're going to control this game start to finish. The 12th man is always the difference here. I'm really surprised they're only -3. I actually had them at -6. You know, just like that Baltimore game, -6. I hit that on the number. You usually get 3 points for being at home, and then if you're a better team, you should get the 3 more points. They're slightly better than Minnesota. So 3 points, I'm all over it. Lock it in. Seattle Seahawks -3. This is Tony Michaels from the Sports Pick Portal. Hopefully you guys visit me online on the Sports Pick Portal. I'm on bestsportspicks.com. I'm on Premium Picks Today. I'm on all kinds of sites out there, guys. I got the Facebook page. I got the Twitter handle. You just Google it and you'll find me. Google's Solid, well, that was an old one, Solid Sport Pick. But it's Sports Pick Portal, guys. I'll see you then. Take care.